Thank you for being with us, Dr. Quinn.
Hey, thank you for having me.
What types of precautions should people still be taking in their day-to-day lives now?
You know, I get this question quite a bit in our practice, but basically what I tell my patients and what I want everyone to understand is it depends on each individual's specific risk for that individual. Now, we have to remember with coronavirus, the people that got the most sick, those that got hospitalized, and those that lost their lives, they had a weakened immune system. They had less of a fight against coronavirus. So if you're someone with a weakened immune system, and this is typically the person that's elderly, older than 65, have chronic medical conditions to include lung conditions such as COPD, asthma, heart disease, diabetes, kidney disease, your risks are up. So you want to take more precautions, but also let's look at, are we vaccinated? Because that brings our risk down. Right now, according to a report, only 64% of the United States is fully vaccinated and only 28% is fully boosted. So if you've not been vaccinated, get vaccinated. And if you've not received your booster, get your booster. And that way your risks substantially go down and you can have less of a chance of losing your life with coronavirus.
California is now the first state, we understand, to announce an endemic approach to COVID instead of treating it as a pandemic. What does that mean, and what will this new method look like?
Well, this is very, very good. I actually watched a report today with the governor of California, and he talked about the new endemic approach, meaning that when you leave the pandemic where it's very futile, meaning that it's still growing, it's spreading across regions, but with the endemic, it now becomes more of a static situation where it's not getting worse. Now he's saying that we can go away from the reactive state to just the managing state. And I want to read a quote by Dr. Anthony Fauci, where he said, if you look at the history of infectious disease, we've only eradicated one infectious disease in man, and that's smallpox. And note that the governor of California noted, we're not at a point now where we're going to get rid of coronavirus. Although we're tired of coronavirus, he quoted, is not tired of us. He's not finished with us yet, but we can manage it. And he encouraged his new campaign where you increase vaccination rates, increase boosters, so that you can continue to drive down the infection rate and maintaining a fluid response, meaning if infection rates go back up, then you change your reaction where you put in those precautions back in place and be prepared to do so. But this is actually good news, and I'm feeling pretty optimistic about things going forward.
I'm so happy to hear that, and such great advice on what we need to do right now. And of course, if you haven't been vaccinated, you do need to get vaccinated. Dr. Quinn, thank you so much for being with us.
Hey, thank you for having me.